Gymshark is the quintessential online retailer. They started online. Ben Francis starts this. He's literally a pizza delivery guy. In 2012, starts Gymshark. And they build this amazing online business. It's an online brand predominantly. But actually, right now, one of the most interesting things about them is they have a massive physical store, a pop-up in New York City. So they are not necessarily staying within the confines of one particular channel. They're expanding well beyond that as well. This offline presence is going well. Now, they will still do the majority of their sales, I suspect, they haven't told me this, I suspect will be online. It doesn't matter. This idea of having a 12-week pop-up for the holidays is amazing. That's one. Second is, it's a 12-week holiday pop-up. It's not 4 days. It's 12 weeks. And so the fact that they're doing a 3-month pop-up about holidays means not only are they starting before their competition, they're also ending after their competition. Right? So they're expanding that. That's something that's really cool. They did this really cool social media campaign, which was sort of titled, like, quote, "There will be signs." And no one knew what "there will be signs" meant. Well, what it meant was in all their advertising, there would actually be Easter eggs. These little clues of what they were doing. Now, it wasn't obvious. It was super unobvious. But because Gymshark is so creative and their community and fans are so creative, their fans kind of understood something's there. So people started doing a deep dive into every marketing campaign, every new product. So they actually convinced people to spend more time on the site
to look at their own marketing.
What is actually doing that.
It's kind of like the Super Bowl when people are like, "Oh, I just want to watch the ads." It's like they're getting their whole audience, the most engaged audience, to pay attention to it. But not only that, but also make content about their marketing.
That's exactly right.
Which then gives them this whole extra, lift to their impressions.
And so I thought that was really, really cool. So a couple things.
So I'm just one of those is Easter eggs.
Yeah, a lot of Easter eggs they did really, really well.
All right, cool. So let's start with the. Let's start with the site. So what's the if we're talking pure conversion?
I mean, look at Mike. The site is effectively a giant coupon.
Now, one of the this is me getting soups. I'm going into tactics. So if we look here, there's a couple things that I want to point out to my folks, which is number one is they talk about lowest prices on top sellers, which is nice because number one, it's like, okay, we're not just doing it on the crap, we're doing it on the good stuff. All right, so that's point one. Number two is, now this is a little bit of, again, this is just tactics. Notice that it's with the code. And so I know this sounds like a small thing, but sometimes basically getting people to, I think you maintain the retail value from a brand perception perspective, and then only at the checkout, people then realize the savings. And I think it feels different as it's closer to the purchase. Now that I don't have a double-blind placebo split test to back that up, that's just me as
actually, what I would suggest though is that in this particular case, they're being incredibly, like, they're giving it to you on a silver platter. They're saying effectively, go buy right now. Now, traditionally, if you look at this site in 3 weeks from now, it's very slick, black, incredible imagery, great product photography. This is different. I don't know this is a completely different thing that you've never seen before. I also want to point something out also. Look at the order on top. There's only 3 things in the top header. Women's sale, men's sale, accessory sale. They don't have any of their other product categories. This is deliberately designed for this particular week.
So if we're thinking about when you're making offers for whatever it is that you're selling, it's narrowing focuses, right? Or foci, right? So if we've seen that word, foci. So they did this experiment. There's 24 jars of gym and then 6 jars of gym at the supermarket, and they had people try them out. And the 24 jars of gym had more people try them, but less people buy. And then the 6 got way more buyers, like 2 or 3 times more buyers. And so the same thing happens is that we have to have focus as entrepreneurs and say, okay, I'm going to have a disproportionate amount of attention. My customers are going to have their wallets out at this moment. What am I going to prioritize?
And it's the paradox of choice. Give people too much choice and they're going to get lost. So this, I think, is very, very effective because they are giving you breadcrumbs leading you exactly to where they want you to go.
So I'm going to say focused, product,